everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about bags from contemporary designer brands that are very good quality dupes or alternatives to popular bags from Louis Vuitton. And in many of these cases, I actually do prefer the more affordable version of the popular Louis Vuitton bag instead. So there's so many times when I'm browsing the internet looking at handbags, because I do that quite a bit. And I think to myself, wow, this really reminds me of a bag that I've seen at a different designer brand. So a few days ago, I started putting together a list of all these kinds of dupes or very similar bags, and the list just kept growing. So for this video, I decided to narrow it down a little bit and just talk about the dupes or alternatives I found for some very popular Louis Vuitton bags. And if you guys are interested in more of these videos, I can definitely make this a little bit of a series for you guys. I have a lot of dupes that I found for YSL bags and Hermes bags, and then there are some here and there for other designer brands too. And if this is the first video of mine that you're watching, hi, my name is Carol, and I upload new videos at least every single Thursday on luxury, fashion, and style tips for the working woman. So if you like this video, definitely do consider checking out my channel, watching some more of my videos, and subscribe so you don't miss out on my future videos. So let's get started on this list. So I have 5 dupes to share with you guys today, and the first one is, out of everything else on this list, the one that is probably mentioned the most often as a dupe to a Louis Vuitton bag, specifically the Pochette Metis. But I still want to mention it in case you haven't heard that this is an alternative to the Pochette Metis. And I think this is a very good dupe for that bag, especially since the Pochette Metis is not readily available for purchase. So the Louis Vuitton Pochette Metis is currently retailing for between $1,980 US for the monogram version to $2,420 US for the empreinte leather. And the dupe for this bag is from Coach, and it is their Cassie Crossbody bag, which, whether you get the canvas version or their leather version, it's going to cost $350 US, which is significantly less than the Pochette Metis. So the similarities are both bags are a satchel design with a top handle that sits very close to the top of the bag. Both bags have a flap style opening with multiple compartments inside to organize your items, but there are still some differences. So on the Louis Vuitton Pochette Metis, at the back you get a zippered pocket, whereas on the Coach Cassie bag, you still do get a pocket, but it's just an open slip pocket. And the Cassie bag comes with a turn lock closure for the flap opening, whereas on the Pochette Metis, you have that S-lock closure, which you have to pinch the two sides together for the flap to pop open. And a lot of people seem to have complaints about that closure because the gold gets scratched very easily, because it's hard to fiddle with it to get it to align properly. So that's something to keep in mind. But overall, I actually do prefer the Coach Cassie bag over the Pochette Metis. I just think that Coach is doing very well right now at kind of rebranding and making a comeback. And I actually have a different bag from Coach that I really love because the leather on that bag is so nice. In fact, I think it's better than the leather that is on some bags from much more high-end designer brands. So if you like the satchel bag style and you want the look for less, or you don't want to play the game of trying to get your hands on the Pochette Metis, definitely take a look at the Coach Cassie bag. This next bag is a more affordable alternative to the Louis Vuitton Neo Noe, and I can't believe just how similar this dupe from a contemporary designer is compared to the Louis Vuitton Neo Noe. So the Neo Noe in the MM size currently retails for between $1,780 US for the monogram version, up to $2,700 US for the empreinte version. They also have the BB size, which costs $2,100 US for the epi leather. Now the dupe of this bag is from Michael Kors, and it is their Mercer Gallery shoulder bag. And this bag actually comes in 3 sizes compared to the 2 from Louis Vuitton. So they have the medium size, which costs $298 US, and then they have the small size for $268, and then they have the extra small for $228. So I like that they have the extra option for that smallest size, which is $228. That doesn't seem to coincide with any of the 2 sizes from Louis Vuitton. So both these bags are very similar At first look, they might actually even look like the same bag depending on which combination you get it in. So the similarities between the two bags are both are in a bucket bag kind of design with a drawstring on top to cinch the bag together. And on the insides of both bags, right down the center, there is a zipper compartment that you can put some items that you really don't want to lose. Because a bucket bag is usually a little bit more open, and even though you can cinch the top of it with the drawstring detail, I would still say that it is nice to have a zipper compartment just to keep some items safer. But the differences of these bags is really what I think gives the Michael Kors bag an edge over the Louis Vuitton Neo Noe. So firstly, the Michael Kors bag, whether you get it in the canvas version or the leather version, you still get both the top handle and the crossbody strap. The only difference is that while the top handle is removable, the crossbody strap isn't. But if you get the monogram version of the Neo Noe, there is only a crossbody strap and it doesn't actually come with the top handle. You have to get either the epi leather or the empreinte leather in order to have both the removable top handle as well as the removable crossbody strap. And I really think that that was kind of a cost-cutting measure, which I don't think is the best decision, because for a bag that is kind of boxy looking, like a bucket bag, I think that sometimes when you wear it crossbody, it can kind of stick out really weirdly against your body. So I just think that for that bag, it would be better if there was a top handle so you can kind of carry it in a little more of an elegant fashion. Also, the Michael Kors Mercer Gallery shoulder bag comes with the little feet at the bottom of the bag to protect it a little bit more. And even though the canvas material from Louis Vuitton is very sturdy and it's probably fine not to have feet on the bottom, it probably would be safer for at least the epi leather or the empreinte leather versions to have those little feet. So I just think that that is a nice extra touch on the Michael Kors bag. On top of that, the Michael Kors bag has the leather pieces at the corners of the bag. And one, I think that is a nice way to contrast the canvas material on the rest of the bag. And two, I think it provides a little more protection to the corners too, because usually the corners are where you see the most wear and tear. So overall, not only do I think that the Michael Kors Mercer Gallery shoulder bag is the closest dupe to a Louis Vuitton bag compared to everything else on this list, but I also think that it's probably the best dupe. I think that especially if you're thinking of going for the canvas version, the Michael Kors bag is really the way to go, because you do get that extra top handle and it's also much cheaper. And on top of that, this dupe is really so similar, as you can see from the photos I've been showing you guys. This third dupe is an alternative to the Louis Vuitton Pochette accessoire, and even though the Pochette accessoire isn't that expensive, it is very hard to get your hands on. So the Pochette accessoire costs $630 US for any of the canvas designs, and the dupe that I'm talking about is from a brand called By Far. They're kind of an up-and-coming brand right now. They're a little bit newer to the scene for sure, and they've kind of gained popularity recently because they released their bag that's called the Rachel bag. And that is of course a throwback to the 90s and early 2000s when everyone was obsessed with the show Friends. And from my research online, the By Far Rachel bag costs between $370 to just under $400 US. So both bags are very similar because they're both in a very simple yet sleek baguette shape, and they come with a short shoulder strap, so when you carry the bag over your shoulder, the bag just sits right underneath your arm. And both bags have a zipper opening on top, and you just open it up, and it's pretty simple inside. There's not too many bells and whistles in there. But the differences between the two bags is that for the Louis Vuitton Pochette accessoire, you can actually completely take off the shoulder strap, and you can replace that with a longer crossbody strap if you want to, or you can use that as a clutch. For the By Far bag, you still can attach a longer crossbody strap to it, but that shoulder strap that it comes with is not actually removable. But what's great about the By Far bag is the width of the bag is at least an inch wider than the Pochette accessoire. And for a bag that is that small, that extra inch in width does make a pretty big difference as to how much you can fit in the bag. Not to mention, the By Far bag is actually leather compared to the canvas on the Pochette accessoire. So you do save a few $100s, and you also get a leather bag. So it's a pretty good deal in my opinion. The fourth and fifth bags are both dupes are alternatives to the Louis Vuitton Palm Springs backpack. And the Palm Springs backpack can cost you anywhere between $1,990 to $2,400 depending on the size that you get. So the first of the two dupes is the more expensive between the two, and it is from the brand MCM, and it is their Start backpack. So the Start backpack costs anywhere between $750 to around $920, again depending on what size you get. And both bags are very similar because most backpacks have the same kind of design. There's not much you can change to it. So on both bags, you get the larger zipper compartment on the front of the bag as well as the smaller zipper compartment. And on the bigger sizes of these bags, you get these padded shoulder straps that really makes the bag more comfortable to wear if you load up your bag. And then on the smallest versions of both the Start backpack as well as the Palm Springs Mini, you get these convertible straps, so you can either wear the bag as a traditional backpack, or you can reconfigure the strap so you can carry it either over your shoulder or crossbody too. But even though these two bags are so similar, there are a few differences between the two. The MCM backpack is a little bit edgier, I would say, because on the sides of the backpack, you do have these studs on it that just give it a little bit of an edgy street style vibe. And also on the MCM backpack, we do have more bolder contrasting colors available for purchase. I would say that these backpacks kind of have a younger vibe and feel to it in general, but the LV backpack, while it does look a little bit younger, it doesn't quite look as young as the MCM backpack does because, again, with the studs as well as the color combinations, it just lends itself to a younger age group in my opinion. So if you want a dupe that is a little bit more understated and slightly more mature looking than the MCM backpack, the second of the two dupes for the Palm Springs backpack from Louis Vuitton is from Michael Kors, and it is their Slater backpack. So this Slater backpack can cost you anywhere between $228 to $328, and again, it comes in a variety of sizes. So similar to the Louis Vuitton Palm Springs backpack, the Slater backpack also has the bigger zipper compartment and the smaller zipper compartment on the front of the backpack. And the smallest size also comes with a convertible strap, so you can wear it as a backpack or as a crossbody bag. But the differences are on the Slater backpack, on that smallest size, those straps are actually a little bit thicker and they are made of canvas instead of leather. So I think it is a little bit more comfortable just because the leather straps on the Palm Springs Mini are pretty thin, and even though it's not that big of a bag, I'm not too big of a fan of those very thin straps. Also, the Michael Kors backpack comes with an extra zippered pocket on the back of the bag. So when you're wearing the backpack, I think it's a nice touch to have a pocket that is a little bit more hidden away and other people don't necessarily know that it's there, because when something is just behind you, it's hard to really know if someone is trying to pickpocket you. So if you have anything that is very important, I think that it's a good thing to put it into that kind of more concealed zipper compartment. Also on the Slater backpack, there is this chain detail that I think is a very nice touch, and it attaches from the side of the bag to the zipper on the smaller compartment. So I really like that detail, and I think that it really makes the bag quite unique. Backpacks aren't really my style, but if I were to get a backpack for occasional use, like on vacations or at Disney or other theme parks, for example, I think I would personally go for the Michael Kors backpack because I just wouldn't get enough use out of a very expensive backpack. And I also really like that chain detail. Plus the Michael Kors backpack comes in leather versions too, so that would actually be the closest to my style if I were to get one. So that is it for this list of quality, more affordable, contemporary designer dupes for more expensive Louis Vuitton bags. I really hope you liked this video and found it helpful, insightful. Maybe you learned about some bags that you never knew existed before, and personally, I would actually buy a lot of these dupes over the bags from Louis Vuitton. And if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and definitely let me know if you would like to see more of these dupe videos. I did mention that I have some bags that I think are dupes of bags from YSL and Hermes, and some from Celine and Dior too. And I'm sure if I look into this a bit more, I'll find a lot more. So if you're interested in seeing more of these videos, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, definitely do consider subscribing, as well as hitting the notification bell so you don't miss out on my future videos. I am also trying to increase my uploading schedule from 1 video a week to 2 videos, so definitely stay tuned for that. And I'll leave 2 videos up on the screen for you to watch next. So I'll see you soon. Bye for now.